Good morning, YouTube viewers and subscribers. So to finish out going through some of the engines I've got, the one last area we've got to go through is this. So yeah, I'm taking a break from the traditional video on my channel, which is just a bunch of engine runs. Just need a break. So let's start with these. I think I've got about 17 engines here. The first one is an OS FS20. Very nice engine. This is an engine that I actually traded an FS40 for that was in nearly identical condition. This is an engine I had considered selling, but I think I've thought the better of that. Here is, when I bought it, it was a brand new OS40 FSR. This engine has about, I don't know, 3-4 runs on it is all. It's featured in a few of my videos. This 40FP, this is the engine that I actually did the diesel conversion on. So it still has the Mikoa diesel head on it, and I actually have FP20 carb. I've actually got the barrel of the FP20 carb inside this 40FP because I didn't want to change the needle valve settings. So I've actually got a smaller throat carb in there. I just haven't found the time to get around to running this engine again, but I want to. Let's see here. An engine I just recently featured. This is my Avistar 150. Big guy here. I've only done one run on it, probably need to do many more, obviously. This Quickie Inya 53 4-stroke, brand new in box. Haven't really released the look inside video or the quick look video of that yet, so shh, you didn't really see that. Inya 40 SSBB. This is, wow, got a ton of stuff in. Oh shit. Got a ton of stuff in the box. All the manual, paperwork. This engine has been run several times. Beautiful engine. In fact, I actually had this on my Tower Chaos 40, and it flew that airplane about 4 or 5 times. Here, Thunder Tiger Pro 120. This was the first large 2-stroke I ever had. Bought this from a good friend of mine, Rob. This is a badass engine. Super cool engine. I love it because it came with 2 exhausts. It has this dual port exhaust, which looks cool as hell, and I've got several videos of this thing running. This is just an OS 4-stroke box. It says 52S on it, but it's not. This is actually a 26 Surpass. I've got some spare parts in there, ring, some other stuff. Very nice 26 Surpass complete. I think I've got some, obviously I think I've got some run videos of that. I've had several of these engines, so the videos I've got posted, I'm not sure if they're exactly this engine or not. Let's see here, what do we have here? And this old tattered Inya box is a very tired box, and it's just a container is all it is. It says 80 on it, but it's not an 80. This is my 90. My Inya 90. This is an engine I'll never part with. It's been featured in a couple videos, I think. Love that engine. I say that all the time, but I love them all. Okay, let's see. Another Inya 46 4-cycle. Another very nice engine. I've had a ton of these. Ton of videos on them. I've flown these engines on a Tower Uproar. Flies great. Can't remember what other airplanes I've had it on. HP 49 VT. Leather rotary valve engine. Bought this new in box. I don't remember how much I paid. It wasn't much, like $120 or something like that. Very, very cool engine. And one of my all-time favorite engines, OS FS90 rear rocker. This was a new box, or a new in box engine too. It came with all kinds of paperwork. all kinds of stuff. It's a beautiful engine. I've run this many times. Well, not many times. I've run this particular engine probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, I guess. I've got a lot of coverage of that particular engine on my channel. Not that exact one, but I've had a lot of these. I've had probably 8 or 9 of these FS90s. So the next engine, Fa45 Sato. You say, well, that's just a 45. Well, it's a little bit more than just a 45. This is Gen 1. Got a bunch of other stuff in the box that I threw in there. This is a Gen 1. I got it from Dave on RC Groups a few years back. This is the 2-piece head. This is the original. When I got it from Dave, it had maybe 1 run on it. Not sure why he decided to part with it, but I'm certainly glad he did, because this is a freaking nice engine. Hi, Chloe. You gotta push your way in. Come on, Coco. Let's hear the... Speak for the camera, Chloe. Coco. Okay, here may be a surprise engine to some of you. But this is actually one of my favorite of all-time 2-stroke engines. It is the Tower Pro 46. This is one kick-ass engine. I don't know, they don't make them anymore. These were the sister engines to the GMS 47. This is a beautiful engine. Runs unbelievably well. Very powerful. In fact, I went to these engines back in the late 90s. I had a couple of OS 46 FXs. Stumbled upon a GMS 47 and then one of these, and these things just blew the socks off of 46 FX all day long. So they became my favorite 2-stroke engine of all time at that time. Still like it. I mean, you can't beat an Enya, but that's a damn good engine, and they're starting to get really hard to find. This Blue Box Fa65 doesn't even have the cutout, but it has been run. This is an engine that's been run. I don't know if you really want me to pull this thing out or not, but it's got all the stuff. There we go. Beautiful engine. It's been run. In fact, I put a video series on this engine about how to set up a 4-stroke engine and how to tune it initially. That was what this engine, or that video series was on. See ya, Coco. I'll just leave that there for now. This is not a Sato Fa91S. I wish it was, but it's not. This is an original version Sato Fa65 with the air bleed carb and no exhaust and no high-speed needle valve. Unfortunately, you just can't find a high-speed needle valve for this, because if you look at this really closely, it's not just your standard needle valve. So don't say, oh, just get a needle valve from any other Sato engine. No, sorry, it doesn't work that way. This is a very special carb, very particular needle assembly. Very hard to find. So unfortunately, I have run this engine because I have 2 of these. I took the needle valve, or the needle assembly off the other one and put it on here and ran it. So that's a great running engine. It's just it can't run right now because no needle. Finally, this is exactly what it says it is. This was the engine that was in my Super Sportster 9120. This is a beautiful engine. And yet another one that needs to be revisited. Oh, man. Got massive compression. Damn, that's a beautiful engine. This, next to the Sato 150, is probably my favorite engine out of Sato's. Dual plugs. So these are getting really hard to find. The second plug is just, I don't know, it's Sato's idea of doing something different. Supposedly it lights during ignition, but I don't know that you can really tell a difference. I can't tell a difference between how this thing runs and how any other Sato engine runs. So as far as I'm concerned, that's just novelty, and it's just another expense in manufacturing because they have to drill 2 holes. But anyway, that's the other remaining engines in my, I won't say collection because I'm not a collector, in my group of engines. Now, I take that back. In the open tote, in the open box engines or unboxed engines, there were about 4 other engines that I didn't go through because they were in some other area. But anyway, maybe you'll see those sometime. But thank you for watching.